Hello, welcome to AFC Game by Game, where today I'm going to be reviewing the Arsenal versus Liverpool match. Wow, what a dramatic game that was from both Arsenal and Liverpool. Today we have shown how good we are attackingly and how poor we are defensively. I thought going into the game with the team we were playing, we definitely stood a chance of winning, and with the team Liverpool were playing, especially going into this game on the back of a defeat to Oldham, we should have done a lot better than to concede in the first 5 minutes, especially such a sloppy goal that we did concede. Basic error from Sanya. He slipped over on the amount of money he's on, and to be classed as one of the best right backs in the league, he should be doing a lot better than he did, slipping over and then getting in the way of the ball for the deflection to end up in the back of the net. That was really horrible for us to concede that early on in the game. That really knocked us back a bit. But fair play to Arsenal. We did push forward, but we just couldn't get into their area. Liverpool's defence was so well. Played so well. Jamie Carragher was excellent, I thought, today. Despite his age, I thought he had an absolute class game. Definitely my man of the match. But we don't turn up to the second half. It's an error with Arsenal that has to be addressed. I've said it before in my videos, saying it again. We got to turn up in the first half. Whatever Wenger says in the second half, he has to say in the first half, because we cannot go into every single game just turning up in the second half. Even if it's against smaller teams, we're going to get punished, and we did today. Conceding that early is going to have a knock-on effect on the team. If it keeps happening and our goal record is getting worse and worse against us, it's just not good enough, really. We've conceded 5 goals in 3 games, and for a top club, that's not good. If we keep doing it, you've got to question if we're going to come fourth or not. But it kind of proves that we've got to buy someone defensively and someone attackingly, because we do need someone to spur the team forward. You kind of think that David Villa would be that kind of player, but even if we do buy David Villa, I think we do need to buy someone defensively, because we've shown today how poor our defence is, how we don't work well as a unit, how sloppy some of our challenges are. It's just pretty disgraceful from the Arsenal back four at the moment, and it's pretty awful how we don't get into the game into the second half. There wasn't much else to talk about in the first half. It was just a pretty much game of 2 halves, really. But the second half was where Arsenal really showed their character, and they really showed how well they can play. We were pushing and pushing forward, but unfortunately they got a goal. Jordan Henderson in the 60th minute. He took it around quite a lot of our defenders, and one thing I want to talk about is the introduction of Andre Santos. I thought it was his fault for the goal. He definitely had a negative effect on the team. His passing was appalling. It was his fault for the goal for sure. He just has to definitely work on his defensive game. In my opinion, he shouldn't be playing for Arsenal. I've said it before, say it again. Shouldn't be playing for Arsenal. Has to be playing in a lesser team. He'd fit in. I still think we should do. We should play him either as a wide midfielder or a winger, because that's where he can play better, and buy a left back, because at the moment he gives us out for about a month now with a hamstring injury. So Santos is the one who's going to be playing against Bayern Munich. Yeah, that's realisation right there. He's going to be playing against Iron Robin. That's something I don't really like to think about, because they are going to just attack our left-hand side. That's just a horrible thought. And Wenger has to buy a left back. Now, he has no other choice. He's got to realise that Santos cannot be played there week in, week out, because he's just not consistent. He can't do it. He's just not good enough for Arsenal. It's a real shame, because he had a really good start in the English League last year. He was scoring goals and playing well defensively, so I feel quite sorry for him recently. I don't know what it is, but he's got to sort it out, because he's not good enough at the moment. But luckily, in the 64th minute, we did get a goal back through Olivier Giroud. Great ball in by Jack Wilshere, and it was just a simple header down into the bottom left-hand corner. We were back in the game. The momentum was with us now. We could have gone on probably to score another, which we did in the 67th minute through Theo Walcott. Ball through from Giroud, and just a really drilled goal into the bottom left corner again by Theo Walcott. It's great now that we're scoring goals with Walcott, Giroud, Podolski, Cazorla. It's just great that we're scoring all these goals, because we're not relying on one person. We're much more free-flowing. But you've got to say, later on in the game, when Giroud fluffed one of his chances, Van Persie would have scored that, got to be honest, and that would have won us the game. But Giroud shouldn't have been smiling and laughing about that. That's something that quite annoyed me, because this is quite a serious thing. That could have won us the game effectively. He didn't. And Santos, again, could have lost us the game at the opposite end when he allowed Suarez to get through, and they had a good counter attack and they could have scored. Unfortunately for them, fortunately for us, that they didn't score. We were just given a let off, and we have really got to work on our defensive game. So we didn't win today's game. We probably should have won it if we hadn't conceded sloppy goals, and it's something Wenger has to work on. I think, in my opinion, Jenkinson should start against Stoke. He's a much better player at the moment than Sanya, given his current form. And one other thing I want to talk about is Wojciech Szczesny. I'm not quite sure about him at the moment. I'm quite a bit concerned about how he thinks he can do these little skill moves around their players. It's quite concerning. I feel a bit of worry whenever players run towards him and he thinks he can take it around them. But I'm confident, very confident in his saves. But it's just when he's on the ball, he makes the wrong decision, either by passing it or trying to get around their player, which is something that has to be worked on in the training ground. I just think we need to start getting a bit serious now, because we have to get top 4, and we have a massive game against Bayern Munich, which I'm really hoping we can do something in. I'd love to see us do something in that. 2-2 against Liverpool would be seen as a fair result, but in my opinion, yes, we should have gone on to win it. Tell me what you think. Do you think we should have won the game? Yeah, we should have done. Do you think we should drop Santos? Who do you think we need to buy? I know we need to buy a left back now. I think we need to buy a striker, but definitely a defender. We've got one more day to do it. Got to put pressure on Wenger now, because with Gibbs out, we've just got to buy someone now. It's serious stuff now. It's a joke if Wenger doesn't buy a new one. You've got to put pressure on him, and you've got to really question someone that won't buy someone when you've got your first team left back injured and you don't really have a left back cover. So anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please press the like button, and please subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I do reviews after every Arsenal match, and I sometimes do chants from each game. And yeah, if you could also like my Twitter, if you could follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page, I'll be in the description box below. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.